Sorry about that. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, so trying to get back to the main point of this video. Pink and blue connections. It's just simple questionnaires that if we were to actually take the time to really get to know that other person. I also mentioned this in my first video, how important sex is. I mean, I really, it just, it's crazy because, right, sex, it's common, and now we're at a time where a lot of people are usually always like, oh, we don't care. That's BS. No one wants to be used. Nobody wants to sit here and waste their time. I mean, what's the point of sharing yourself, sharing your soul, sharing your body with someone that doesn't even see you as ever being their wife or their husband or being with them for a long time? If you're on that level, that's why I want to make sure that I clarify and I make it very clear that Pink and Blue Connections is something that I would take very seriously, because after so much broken heartache, I was almost at the point where I actually wondered, you know, will I ever find my husband? Will I ever find the person that I want to be with? Because it seems like just to be in a relationship is just so difficult. So what I wanted to do was take that pain and put it into Pink and Blue Connections, because what's going to end up happening is heartbreak is going to continue to keep happening, because we're not taking the time to get to know that person. We're not taking the time to make friendships. You go through things in your life for a reason. You're born, you're a baby, you're helpless. Your mom protects you, raises you, your daddy. You grow older, you get all of that energy out, all that bad juju, you wanting to mess things up, you get that out. You learn discipline. You go through teenage years. You end up getting older. You have to go through certain things in life. You experience friendship. You experience trust with your mom and dad. If you realize your life goes in order, right? You're born, your mom and dad protects you. You create a relationship with your mom and dad. It's a trust. It's a relationship that is even stronger than the relationship with your own children at first, because you learn that connection with your parents. Your parents is who you trust, who you love, who you're supposed to put all your faith in, because they're your protectors. You're nothing but a child. Then you leave that and you experience the love of a friendship. When you're a boy or a girl, you had that friend that you couldn't live your life without, to the point where that friendship almost is stronger than the relationship with your mom and your dad. So that is taught to you for a reason. Now, again, when you choose to get married, a lot of times, it ends up being about the family. I think a healthy marriage, you have to have friends, but I do believe that you experience friendship to be able to carry that through to your next relationship. I believe that you experience a connection with your parents to be able to carry that through to your relationship. All of the things that you go through eventually leads to relationships. Because even you would think, if I was to tell you my life story, you would wonder, why would I even think about ever being with someone? But to be honest, we're created to want to have someone physically. Even if we believe in the higher power and we believe in Jesus and we believe in prayer and all of that, You still need that physical love, even when you have your own children. And, you know, a lot of parents can relate to me. Lord knows what we would do for our own children. But it's still that connection that you want, that you need of knowing that you have someone. So why not make sure it's the right person? You know, these big, huge matchmaking or websites online, not every single relationship is successful. You know what I mean? So why not put your time in someone that would actually take their time, analyze the person? And I'm telling you, the questions are very simple questions. I can give you an example. This is something that, you know, if you're going to be in a relationship with someone, before they even touch your kitty, cat, or anything on your body, you need to know, you know, what do you want to do in 2-3 years? You know, do you want children? Do you want more children? You know, would you ever quit your job and just let your wife work? You know, are you okay with being a stay-at-home dad? Would you want your wife to only stay at home? Would you want your wife to be, you know, do you believe in 50-50 relationship? Do you believe that a man should be in a higher position than the woman? How do you want to raise your children? You know, what kind of music do you like? You know, could you see yourself ever turning into a vegetarian? You know, do you like to drink alcohol? How often? You know, those things affect your relationship. Imagine if you are a self-conscious person about your body, you care about how you look. You care about what goes into your body. Well, no, as you get older, because when you're young, you just don't give a crap. But as you get older, it changes. You know, you start to care about how you... And then how about, you know, you have someone that's way older than you, and they're set in their ways. They would never even think about that. That affects your relationship. How are you going to be able to be with someone that doesn't have the same diet as you? They're eating a cheeseburger, which, I mean, I don't know about other vegetarians and vegans, but you know, I guess it doesn't make a difference if they're doing it, but it's still kind of like, you know, opposites attract. That's a phrase that should be taken to a certain degree. You know, it should definitely be 80-20. You should have 80% in common and 20% non in common. It should never be the other way around. You know, and a lot of people, you do kind of have an idea of the type of person that you are going to be at a young age, so you can tell. But I do believe that marriage is something that we're not taking seriously. Everyone wants it. I want to be married one day, but I do not want to get married to get a divorce. I don't want that. You know, I want to grow old with someone. I want to be in a rocking chair with someone. I want to say my vows and take my vows seriously. You know? So that's another reason why, you know, it's really simple. You know, when you first meet someone, when you first see them, and they're attractive, that's a natural feeling that you feel. Why do you think that when you hear someone gets in a relationship 3, 4, 5 months later they're broken up? Because it was a high. When you first meet someone that's attractive, it's like smoking a sexy blunt. It feels really, really good. And when that feeling wears off, that person has absolutely nothing in common with you. All you guys did was have a sexual spirit around you guys. And that's all that was. It wasn't worth your time. It wasn't worth your heart. And it wasn't worth your trophies, if you know what I mean. So, that's just a little bit of it. I'm going to try to make more videos, guys. And I really just hope that you guys give me a chance. Of course, this is a startup. So, and then another thing, I do not take a payment until I actually make a connection with you, you know. Um, until you actually have a connection with someone. So it's something that, of course, when you sign up, we meet, we have orientation, we have a meet. It's a little bit of a process. It's more of me getting to know my clients more one on one, because we have to also consider the fact that, I'm connecting you with strangers. So that's a big responsibility on my part. But when you get to know someone and you have someone that's just not having you go online, put in your information, you just go meet a stranger, you're getting a feel of the person, you're talking to the person. And, I really, really push the friendship thing. If you can be that person's friend 3 to 6 months and stand to be around that person and see yourself being okay with letting your feelings go, letting your feelings go, caring for that person, and also building a friendship, building trust, because at the end of the day, that's really what we need. You know, you need that feeling. That's why, like I said, I really feel like you go through those certain periods, those certain emotions, those certain relationships, because at the end of the day, everyone's goal is to have that American dream. Everyone's goal is to go get married, go to work, retire, raise your kids, be, to have that American dream. No one wants to sit here and grow old together. A lot of it also has to do with change. Like I was trying to say earlier about the submissive thing. What I realized was I like the idea of the man is in charge, the man goes to, I like that. I like feeling like my husband is in charge, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I want to be respected. If it's something, if I'm saying, go rob a bank, because we gotta, I need some new Giuseppe shoes. That's of course not a good woman. That's not the type of woman. A woman isn't gonna allow her man to put herself in a position where he goes and does something stupid. That's crazy. You know if you have a woman that's consistently pumping you up, telling you can do it with you when you have nothing, when you have nothing, how can you not listen? How can you not, try to work that out? And it's about age. Age. Because let me tell you, honestly, at 25 to the age I am now, my brain is 3 years ago. 3 years ago, my brain didn't operate like this. You're growing every year. So, every year, every day, every minute, you're growing. All of us. So, you want to make sure that you take good care of your heart and your emotions, because those things reflect, and that could end up keeping you from your actual soulmate, the person that you're supposed to be with. How about if those heartbreaks that you experienced was heartbreaks to prepare you for the person, because it takes the two. Okay? In my relationships, I did, I can be have my ways also. As I grew, I realized that I had a little bit of an aggressive, like I needed my way. too. But the thing is that, you know, as a woman, I can try to fend for myself if I'm saying the right way is something that benefits us, our relationship, it benefits our home, it benefits our family. You need to listen. You know, it's a whole bunch more to it. You know, it's a whole bunch more to it. It's about growth because, you know, love, that connection, having that bond. You know, I see it sometimes. You should never get jealous of it because every special relationship that is out there, that they have that bond, it's a special star. One star for those two people that was specially designed for them. I really feel everyone has someone for everyone. And you know, to be honest with you, share a short little story real quick. I was at a point where I said to myself, this is someone where I've had lesbian experiences. And I was thinking to myself, you know, maybe I really need to try it. Maybe I really need to try what it is to be in a relationship with a woman. That is what heartbreak did to me. And that is what Pink and Blue Connections means to me. Because we don't need to end up having a world of heartache. We have enough of that in just a world. What we need is we need connections. We need to at least, when we come home, there is love there. Because if there's love in the home, that will pour out into the earth. And I know that sounded so corny. But guys, I hope you hit subscribe. I hope you hang on and you give me a chance to get my videos together. And you know, I'm trying to listen to Tyler Perry and do one thing at a time, you know, but you know, I'm just, you know, I just want you guys to know Pink and Blue Connections is the real deal. It means everything to me. And the main point of these videos is sometimes I want you to see the real me. I want you to understand that Pink and Blue Network was originally made and it was created and the fact of women and men being able to work together. If we can work together, you know, we always talking about all this money that can be made. Do you know how much money that we can be made if we can be professional around each other? If a woman can sit down and wear a nice, beautiful dress and smell good and have cherry lip gloss and hair smell like bubblegum and be respected, have high heel shoes and a nice skirt, a nice dress, and be respected. That's what Pink and Blue Network means to me. And that's what Pink and Blue Connections means to me. When you do want to connect with someone that is on the same, you know, wanting the same things. And, you know, you can want to be a successful doctor and, you know, the girl that you meet wants to be a successful singer. As long as success is in the bracket, it can be a really great relationship. You know, and also making sure that you take the time to meet that person. How two people grow up also affects the relationship. If someone grows up privileged, never struggled, doesn't know what it is to be hungry, gets with someone that has, you'll find that the person that hasn't struggled is not able, sometimes, not all. Now, I'm not gonna, there's some tough rich people out here now, okay? So I'm not bashing people that grew up good. But a lot of times, not all, you'll find that the person that grew up a little privileged isn't as strong as the person that had to struggle. Sometimes. I'm not saying all, you know. But thanks for your time, guys. We'll catch up. Venus Carmen.